Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an awesome day. And today's video is going to be a review of the Coral Crush collection from Colourpop. We are reviewing the eyeshadow palette, which looks something like this and it's really pretty. I'm also be testing out the blush as well as the little liner duo, the Bay Breeze duo of like the pencil and the cream. So this collection from Colourpop is their newest one. The palette retails for $14, the blush retails for $8, and the little duo, because these come together, retails for $12. So overall very fair prices, again from Colourpop. And today we're going to do a look together. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some swatches, then we'll get into the tutorial and see what we think of the collection. Or what I think of the collection. But we're doing it together, you know. So I'm not alone in this room filming a video. We're doing it together. So the angle might be weird on this, but I want to do live swatches for this one. So we have the first shade, Atoll, Crush, and the Keys. So I'm just going to swatch them on my hand. Here are the first three swatched out. Kind of subtle. This one has more of a pinky orange glow to it. This one didn't really swatch that well, and then this one's very subtle, no base pigment to it. Here we have the second row, which I think is probably the star of the palette because it's like the bright pop of color. Ooh, that one's a little bit messy, but this is the color I think everyone's going to use, which is super bold and really pretty. We have the more orangey shimmer, and then we have this matte with a bunch of glitter in it as well. Now these are not pressed pigments, so they should not stain your eyes, but this one was a little bit hard to remove, so just a warning. Queensland, Angelis, and Drop Off are the last three. Ooh, these feel very dry in texture. So here's the last three. There's a little bit of fuzz in there, but actually the darker color with a lot of glitter in it swatched out really well. There's a ton of it, like ton of glitter in that shade. This one didn't really swatch the greatest, and this one's okay. Sorry about that. And this is the last swatch. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm already wearing the blush. So this is the blush from the collection. It is just called Coral, Shook to the Coral. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's really cute. And then here's the color, which is like a pinky orange. It's more orange in person than it looks on camera. Orange with gold glitter reflex in there. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like gold glitter reflex in this. And I already put the blush on just because I wanted to like do my highlight and everything. And putting a highlight on without blush on doesn't really make sense to me, so I want to put this on. It was fine. It's not an amazingly glittery or glowy blush. It looks more matte on the skin than I expected, but it looks really good with my highlighter all over it. So that's the blush. You know, my eyelids are already primed. I use the Gerard Cosmetics Fair Clean Canvas Primer. You can use my code with them, or my link with them, I mean, if you want to shop that. Now let's get started with the palettes. And we're also going to be using the gel liner duo, the color duo, which is like a pencil liner as well as a little cream pot. So we're going to start off with the palette first. For this, I just want to do something cute and simple. I don't want to really reach for this color because I feel like that's what everyone else is going to do, that kind of pinkier, brighter color that matches the coral packaging. I think this is the color everyone else is going to use, so I want to do something a little bit different. So to set underneath my brow bone area, let's take Crush, which is this kind of blushy kind of tone, like a light creamy shade. Tons of kickback in the pan with that shade, tapping off our excess. And I'm just gonna tuck this under here. It's got like it's like a taupe with a little bit of a pink hue to it, so I'm just gonna brush this everywhere. It looks kind of cute. None, slightly pink. Also for these small little palettes, which are pretty straightforward, I'm just gonna use this little double-ended Moda brush. This is a oh, it's not Moda. It's Royal and Langnickel Crease and Smudge. I thought it was a Moda brush, but I guess not. So I've never heard of Langnickel before. I don't know what that is. Blowing off the extra powder from our pans. Let's dip into Angelis right now. So this is Angelis. We're gonna dip into this one, which is more of kind of like I would describe it as like a wedding day color. A lot of people reach for that kind of red kind of tone, and I'm gonna add this to the crease. Oh, it's actually pretty pigmented just from that first initial tap in. This is how the crease is looking right now. It looks really nice. I actually really like this tone because it's kind of on the pinkier side, but not being like pink. So I want to add in a little bit of this color right here. It is called Drop Off. It's one of their mattes that have like glitter reflex in them. So it's still a matte shade, but there's glitter in it, if you can tell. Again, just like the blush, it's kind of like a gold glittery reflex. So I'm going to tap into this, tap off our excess. I didn't really pick up too well on the brush, so I'm going to go in here again. And I'm going to darken up the outer crease area. Yeah, I mean, it made a difference, but I just don't think it looks that brown yet. So I'm not really the biggest fan of this shade. It's a little more subtle, so it's easier for you not to mess up a look, especially if you want one with this kind of tone. It's not going to be crazy dark where it's going to mess up your look. But there's so much glitter reflect in this matte, more so than some of the other mattes with glitter in them, I think, that when I look at my brush with the product up there, I just see so much glitter, and then it doesn't really apply perfectly even to the lid, but it does look pretty good. So I'm going to move on and do my finger now for the lid shimmer. For the lid shimmer, I think I'm going to take the Keys, which is this shade, because again, I feel like everyone's going to use this one. There's only 3 shimmers. It's this one, and this one. So I'm going to go for more of the pinky gold kind of shade. It's definitely more like a peachy, really, really gold reflect on the finger. I'm just going to swipe this on my lid. Usually Colourpop shimmers would look really nice on the lid, so hopefully this one does too. It's kind of subtle, actually. I mean, it's a really pretty color, but when you swatch it on the finger and stuff, it has so much of this gold reflect. On the lid, it looks a little more flat in dimension. Now that the top is done, I'm gonna move on to the lower lash line. I'm gonna use, oh wait, is this a, no, it's a matte with a lot of, that's pretty. This one is a matte with a lot of glitter in it too, like silver glitter. That's really pretty. All right, maybe I should have used that shade. But again, everyone else is gonna use the pink. So I'm gonna go into Queensland now, which is kind of more of the orangier tone on the little creasy, shadery side of this brush, and just do my lower lash line. Okay, so there's some more weeding outside, so if we hear that, I'm sorry. But let's move on to this little cream duo. So we have the pencil for the waterline, as well as a little cream pot liner in Bay Breeze and Bay Breeze, so same color, which I should have known. So let's do actually the pencil first. I'm gonna put this in my waterline and see how it looks. It's actually very metallic looking. So this is what the color looks like in my waterline. It stuck okay. It's not amazingly impactful. I can only really tell in this outer corner where I kind of got my lashes. My eyes feel fine too. Sometimes I get really sensitive after that. I'm going to take this little flat liner brush just to see. I've never used it before, so let's see if I like it. And then the Bay Breeze cream pot liner and just do like a subtle little wing thing. Looks kind of inconsistent on the top. Like there's like a couple little white looking spots. That doesn't look like mold or anything, but it just looks kind of inconsistent in the jar here, but I'm just gonna take a little bit of that on the brush and just do a baby wing. So to be honest, I'm really underwhelmed with this liner. I feel like I kept dipping in and dipping in and dipping in. It really wasn't doing that well, and I had a couple clumps that I had to like just press off my lid, like get off. But here is the little liner. It's so subtle. That looks like crap. It looks so subtle. I did this one first, so I didn't really like it. I didn't really like how the color was looking. And this one looks like crap. So I'm going to take the Graceland White liquid eyeliner from Colourpop and kind of go over, or under, I don't know yet, the line. Because it looks like I just made a mistake of pink something. So I'm going to try to fix that. I hate everything about what I just did. I hate everything about it. What is that? I don't know. I'm going to pop on some lashes. Forgive myself for doing that. And I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the finished look using the Coral Crush collection from Colourpop. This is the look up close, so the liner is atrocious. But you know what? Not every look turns out perfectly, and if I was one of the YouTubers who did everything perfectly, I'd never have a video done in my life. So I accept the fact that not everything works out, but you can still make it work as long as you act like you meant to do it. And then when I go out, I'm going to act like I meant this to look this way. So this is the collection, or what I did with the collection. The blush, very nice, pretty subtle. I wish it was a little more glowy. The cream pot, not a fan. It's very it kind of stuck to the brush. Like when I put my brushes away after put like the dirty brush stuff, I had to like pull the liner off the bristles. It was like clumped up there. It was kind of gross. So it's kind of gummy and not at all like how nice and creamy and smooth I know it could be. The liner for the waterline, it's okay. It's very subtle, but it's not the worst. And it did stick in my waterline fair enough that I could actually see myself using it again. The palette's really cute. I actually really enjoyed the palette. I think the palette color scheme is really pretty. It does remind me a lot of like some of their other this kind of tone palettes, like the little milkshakey one. This is just a little bit less red. It does have more pinkiness to it, so I do see the differences, and I think it's really cute. And I like the little cardboard packaging because it's way easier to like open than their like little clamshell plastic ones. Those are so hard to open, but either way, I think the palette look we did on the eyes looks really pretty. I had no problem with the shadows. The last darkest matte, the brown matte with a bunch of glitter in there, is a little more subtle, but then again, it does make you less likely to mess up your corally look. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Have a great day. If you're depressed, do something to distract yourself like I am, and I'll see you later. Bye.